Hello, and welcome to our lesson on Introduction to Supply Chain Management. This segment will cover value chain and supply chain. Usually, many students are confused by the difference between SC, supply chain, and VC, value chain. In fact, there is no definite answer to this question. In the 1980s, Michael Porter first articulated the concept of VC. He believed that primary and supportive activities comprise a company's VC, and these activities can create competitive edge when configured properly. One school of thought to distinguish a supply chain from VC is conceptualizing the SC as a subcategory of the VC. In an organization, all personnel are part of the VC, but all personnel within a company are not part of a SC. Compared with the SC, the VC is much wider because it includes all activities in the form of basic activities and supportive activities. In addition, the VC's original concept is mainly emphasized on international participants, whereas a SC, by definition, is both externally and internally highlighted. The value chain is a process in which a company adds value to its raw materials to produce products that are eventually sold to consumers. The idea of a value chain was pioneered by American academic Michael Porter in his 1985 book, Competitive Advantage: Creating and Sustaining Superior Performance. He used the idea to show how companies add value to their raw materials to produce products that are eventually sold to the public. The concept of the value chain comes from a business management perspective. Value chain managers look for opportunities to add value to the business. They may look for ways to cut back on shortages, prepare product plans, and work with others in the chain to add value to the customer. They give a company the ability to create value exceeding the cost of providing its goods or services to customers. Maximizing the activities in any one of the 5 steps allows a company to have a competitive advantage over competitors in its industry. Value chain activities can be categorized into 2 types: primary activities and support activities. Primary activities include inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and service. But support activities include infrastructure, human resource management, technology development, and procurement. These activities are integrating functions that cut across the traditional functions of the firm. Competitive advantage is derived from the way in which firms organize and perform these activities within the value chain. To gain competitive advantage over its rivals, a firm must deliver value to its customers by performing these activities more efficiently than its competitors, or by performing the activities in a unique way that creates greater differentiation. The implication of Michael Porter's thesis is that organizations should look at each activity in their value chain and assess whether they have a real competitive advantage in the activity. If they do not, the argument goes, then perhaps they should consider outsourcing that activity to a partner who can provide that cost or value advantage. This logic is now widely accepted and has led to the dramatic upsurge in outsourcing activity that can be witnessed in almost every industry. Whilst there is often a strong economic logic underpinning the decision to outsource activities that may previously have been performed in-house, such decisions may add to the complexity of the supply chain. Because there are, by definition, more interfaces to be managed as a result of outsourcing, the need for a much higher level of relationship management increases. The effect of outsourcing is to extend the value chain beyond the boundaries of the business. In other words, the supply chain becomes the value chain. Value and cost is not just created by the focal firm in a network, but by all the entities that connect to each other. This extended enterprise, as some have termed it, becomes the vehicle through which competitive advantage is gained or lost. The 5 steps or activities are inbound logistics, receiving, warehousing, and inventory control. Operations, value-creating activities that transform inputs into products, such as assembly and manufacturing. Outbound logistics, activities required to get a finished product to a customer. These include warehousing, inventory management, order fulfillment, and shipping. Marketing and sales, activities associated with getting a buyer to purchase a product. Service, activities that maintain and enhance a product's value, such as customer support and warranty service. To help streamline the 5 primary steps, Porter says the value chain also requires a series of support activities, which include procurement, technology development, human resource management, and infrastructure. A profitable value chain requires connections between what consumers demand and what a company produces. Simply put, the connection or sequence in the value chain originates from the customer's request, moves through the value chain process, and finally ends at the finished product. Value chains place a great amount of focus on things such as product testing, innovation, research and development, and marketing. The supply chain comprises the flow of all information, products, materials, and funds between different stages of creating and selling a product to the end user. The concept of the supply chain comes from an operational management perspective. Every step in the process, including creating a good or service, manufacturing it, transporting it to a place of sale, and selling it, is part of a company's supply chain. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall discuss management activities in supply chain. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening, and see you on our next segment.